I started off trading with safety in the market around 2000. Yeah, that was back in the days where you got to roll a chart paper and put it up on the wall and drew it. There was no computer stuff. Went with Amy Broker.
So you went through a system development phase then?
Oh, yes. Hundreds of systems. I couldn't really do much with Metastock. That's why I gave up on it. But then once I got onto Amy Broker, yes, I was able to write systems. I've been with the ATAA since 2000. We had a little group in Newcastle. In the past, I've always had problems with consistency, for one, and actually staying with a system long enough to actually make it work. It's all well and good doing these systems, but unless you stick with it for quite a length of time, a few months or a year or two isn't enough. It's got to be a lot longer than that in order to get the result from trend trading, because that's what it is. It's trend trading. Yeah, I've always struggled with it. I found that training really helped with consistency. I was confident, but wasn't profitable. And I was making way too many mistakes. As I said, consistency was a big problem. Overanalyzing things. Every time I took a trade, I went and looked and found out more about it and everything. And if I just left it alone and just took the trade, I would have been much better off. I had read Trading in the Zone a number of years ago, several years, maybe 10 years ago. I thought it was a waste of time. I didn't get it at all, which was a pity. But the way that you've done this course, you keep referring to Trading in the Zone all the time, chapter and page number. I found that very, very useful, because that way I could really go over it again and again until I really understood what was going on. By taking so long and doing it helps to make it into a habit. I found that I'm also doing the 25 trades at the same time. And yes, I've made a few mistakes, a handful of mistakes, but they're only little mistakes. They weren't failing to take a trade or getting out too early or anything like that. A lot of people will overanalyze it. They will look at the trade and say, "Oh no, I don't think we should be taking that because something I read on the news or something like that." And so it's much easier just to turn the news off, bother to watch it, because it's going to be the same as what it was last week anyway. Well, the only way you can improve is by doing the training. Yes, you can read books, but it's much better if you know exactly what books and what part of the books you should be reading. I can see a load of books there, and I know that 3/4 of them aren't what you're really looking for. You don't know until you've read it.
You're absolutely spot on. I mean, I've lost count because most of my books now are on Kindle, but I'd have to fess up that probably in the first 15 years of trading, they were all analysis books. They were all on trying to find a better way to analyze it.
Yeah, well, I did the same thing, exactly the same thing. All they were was just a system. You need more than just a system. And that's where you guys come in with your training. That's what I didn't have, was the mindset. The problem is, yes, drawdown's one thing, but you've got to be convinced that that's all it is just drawdown. A lot of the times you're looking and thinking, "Oh no, not again." The confidence level did go up as a result of doing all the training. The training you guys do is much better than most others. I don't think about the trade now. If it comes up, I take it. That's it. The benefits that I do get in when I'm supposed to and get out when I'm supposed to. That's it. Anything else, and you can't back test it and prove that it's worthwhile. And you need to be able to back test it to prove to yourself that yes, it really does work. And unless you do it, you can't trust, because there's nothing to trust. Much better now, yes. As I say, I have no trouble taking trades. If it comes up, I'm ready to place the order immediately. Initially, the training and the coaching is something that most others lack. And the other thing is, whenever I want to contact you, I ring up and there you are. A lot of the others, I'll call you back tomorrow or the next day. Yes, well, I'm going to take it further. At the moment, I'm only doing the 25 trades. That will be the core. I'll just put more money into it. That's the only change. And then I'll add a couple of satellites. I'm just not sure. I'm thinking of doing leveraged, but I don't know whether to do US or Australian.